So my experience with creating unique curriculum over the past 30 years. And it's true, it's been 30 years. So my first experience of creating unique curriculum was in the summer of 1994 when I took a job as a theater director for a YMCA summer camp. And I think I got the job like a week before the camp started. And I was told, you're going to be getting these groups of kids, and you need to have them create a unique piece of theater by the end of the summer. Go. And so I did, really learning on the fly because I hadn't yet even started my master's from New York University, which was in education. I was starting that master's program that fall. And since then, I literally have created more unique curriculum experiences than I can actually count. I literally tried and I couldn't even formulate how many times I've created unique curriculum. And a big part of the reason for that is because even during my years of teaching in the traditional classroom, your standard subjects were given basically a syllabus to follow as a teacher. If you were an English teacher or a math teacher or a science teacher, there was a curriculum to follow for spring semester, fall semester, where to get students by the end of year so that they could pass X, Y, and Z tests. For myself, as a traditional classroom teacher, though I taught English, my primary subject was drama. And so every year and every semester, it was a repeat of that first summer teaching job experience. So I was creating new curriculum all of the time. Then when I left traditional teaching, I entered into first being a nutrition and wellness coach, and then being a spiritual based business coach, to then transition into the mentoring and training that I offer now for highly sensitive entrepreneurs and leaders. And within those different transitions of my self-employed career, which is now going into its 21st year, every time I created any type of group experience, it was a creating of a new curriculum. So whether that was an online group program, which I've done, whether that was an in-person training retreat experience, which I've done, whether that was leading more now intimate quantum leap retreat experiences, which I've done, and or now every single week as part of your highly sensitive leadership training program, when you receive your weekly training roundtable, that is unique curriculum that I am creating and delivering every single week. Therefore, I do not know the exact number of unique curriculums that I have created, but I can tell you it's been a lot. So I've learned a thing or two, and this is where I'm sharing from today. It is from my personal experience and for you to use as you choose when taking away from this masterclass mastermind. That said, here are the steps that I can share with you to create unique, effective, results-producing curriculum based on, again, these 30+ years experience. So step number 1 is to create curriculum based on your personal experience. You are your first client, and it is the most effective space to create curriculum from as an HSP. The reason being is that though we love learning, so study and research can absolutely be part of your curriculum, as it often is and has been for myself. Yet, because of our highly sensitive nature, we are relational by nature. Therefore, basing your curriculum on your personal experience will allow for a very genuine, authentic delivery, as well as a greater level and probability for you to be able to best serve and support those that you are inviting to travel with you through your curriculum. Step 2, to create your curriculum based on being of service to others. So though there are all of these very reasonable and identifiable final result objectives, the underneath that, or think of it as the layer before that, or to support getting to that end result objective, is to be of service to others, to support others in being able to travel a similar results path that you have and are walking yourself. To support that, step number 1 and step number 2, my high mentor recommendation is that for any unique curriculum, you start by offering pilot groups and or offers for your current clients. So that means what you don't want to do is you don't want to create curriculum in isolation. And you don't want to create curriculum and then market it to brand new people. Step number 3, create unique curriculum based on a process that mirrors your unique serving system. So if the language unique serving system is new to your ears, or maybe you're like, oh, I've heard her talk about that, but what is that again? Or, oh, I think I know what that is, but I'm not sure. You can find that in the track curriculum training titled Attract Clients Instantly, Part 1, Unique Serving System. This training has recently received an update, a refresh, and also includes elements of reinitiating marketing. Within this step 3 of creating your unique curriculum based on a process that mirrors your USS, every aspect of your unique curriculum, you want to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. The beginning, middle, and end applies to the full arc of the curriculum. So for example, for those of you who mentioned like a specific number of weeks program, the full arc of the certain number of weeks curriculum has a clear number of weeks that are dedicated to the beginning, have a clear number of weeks that are dedicated to the middle, and have a clear number of weeks that are dedicated to the end. You want to formulate that overall arc starting at the end. What is the end result that you're intending for your curriculum participants? And then you work backwards. Within that full arc of curriculum, each separate moment within the curriculum also has its own beginning, middle, and end. So for example, working with the intentional certain number of weeks program, your certain number of weeks program, again, has its overall arc of beginning, middle, and end. Each delivery, each week also has its own beginning, middle, and end. Starting again with the end. What is the end result that you want your attendees, your curriculum participants to receive from that one training or one group session? And then work backwards to the middle and to the beginning. The beginning, middle, and end of curriculum creation and delivery also mirrors not just your USS, but the P2P process, prospects to profits process, or selling success system as we teach it in the highly sensitive leadership training program, which is connection, gap vision, and result action. So beginning is the connection, middle is the gap vision, the end is the end result action. So again, steps to creating unique, effective, results-producing curriculum. Step 1, create based on your personal experience. Step 2, create based on being of service to others. Step 3, create based on process that mirrors your USS, has a beginning, middle, and end, and mirrors the P2P process. Speaking briefly again to why your own personal experience, it is how you will be most effective as an HSP. Why I'm being of service to others. Start with who's right in front of you and be willing to be in relational process. Why create based on process that mirrors your USS and the P2P process? 1, for your USS, so that everything you create and deliver is a cohesive message. Why the P2P process? Because that is the psychologically proven process of creating change.